The Lions lost?
Oh, wow. I didn't see you there, boys. Great start. I love it when I can just get a reaction like that. Welcome, everybody.
No, that's more towards Ben.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Sports Bets, but mostly chaos.
Thank God it's a brand new episode, because if this was a rerun, I was going to change it to the next thing.
Right, exactly. So brand new content coming your way. If you don't know this by now, well, I'm Craig.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm on vacation again.
But hello, vacation.
I'm house sitting, but also Jason
and Chameleon.
You're the old man.
Oh,
yeah. You're
all right. Well, that was a fantastic opening. Probably one of the best ones. Might be on the Mount opening more of our show to this point. So
I just heard Mount. That's all I heard.
Daddy, chill.
Okay, we got to move on.
Now,
Okay,
this is early. Normally we need 30 minutes to warm up, but Mount away.
Let's just wow. Okay.
Can't do it.
Let's just move on. Let's get the show going. We're gonna jump things into the NFL.
Yeah, you jump into it, baby.
Jump it, baby. There you go.
Oh my God.
That's what she said.
You guys are the worst today. Is it because we're, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, let's move on. NFL Week 3 is in the books. It's done. It's over with, and we got to recap some of our teams. So you know what, Jason? I think I'm going to start with you today. The Niners lost in a tough one to Green Bay. Why don't you tell us how you're feeling after that one?
How do you think I was feeling after that one?
I feel like
that's a rhetorical question.
Oh,
Roast.
Pretty much how the Raiders felt for many years.
Oh, this guy.
No, quick recap. I mean, Niners came out, started like shit, and they did it all. I even texted my buddy Howard. I was like, Jimmy needs to show me something in like this. I think it was like the 4th series of offense. Never doing anything. I was like, might be time to pull the plug, just to see. And they finally scored some points. Long and short of it is, you left Aaron Rodgers, one of the all-time greats, 37 seconds to kick a field goal. It's not to score a touchdown. All they had to do was get in field goal range, which they did. The defense played soft as Charmin toilet paper, and
Nice.
it is what it is. Like, they left him wait. Right after they scored the touchdown, I was like, you left him too much time. I mean, anybody can Monday morning quarterback it and be like, oh, he should have went down at the 1 and killed. No, you need to get the points, but they still left too much time. You could have kicked it off and maybe not kicked it into the end zone, maybe have them run it out and kill 10 seconds off the clock. But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and you left him too much time. Spoiler alert for our head-to-head picks. I'm picking Seattle against the Niners this week. I think our secondary is atrocious. It doesn't help that Richard Sherman signed with the Bucs today. Not that he's all pro Richard Sherman, but I think for the mentorship and the leadership, he could have helped the young guys out. It is what it is. But I think our secondary is going to get toasted probably by Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. I'm sorry. And
I mean, unfortunately, Richard Sherman did sign with the Bucs, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he'll get new life over there, but I mean, he wasn't what he used to be like 5 years ago, I mean, he couldn't even take down a door. So, I mean, I don't know. Like,
I don't think so, Tim.
Can we just talk about the elephant in the room and how bad the reffing has been so far in 3 weeks? Like,
there's actually been reffing? I didn't know.
That helmet to helmet hit on Devontae Adams was disgusting. I thought there was no way he was going to be able to come back on that game.
I mean, you kind of saw it, I mean, in the opening week when the Cowboys, with that pass interference non-call, you kind of had a feeling that the season was going to be a little dreadful for the reffing side.
Yeah.
The reffing's been atrocious so far through 3 weeks, and hopefully it gets better.
I like how he gets his ass knocked out, damn near concussed, and is back on the field in like 3 minutes.
You can do it.
Okay.
I thought you're supposed to have like a, you're in the tent for a reason.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, they kind of are. But, all right, Ben. Well, I'm going to throw the things over to you, I guess, depending how you want to start. I know you've got one kind of a high note and one just maybe
Wow.
66 yards worth of a sour note.
Cute. Anyways.
My man.
Yeah, no. So we'll start off with the low. Unfortunately, yeah, the Lions lost to the Ravens. So I've dropped to 0-3. So they're making my 11-6 pick looking a little crazy at this moment.
They competed though.
They did. I was actually surprised. It was good to see them battle a good team like the Ravens as well. The Ravens are never necessarily a powerhouse team, but they always seem to have a consistent team to be competitive and give any team a run for their money. So to see the Lions, who kind of a lot of people anticipate just to be rolling on their back, to see them battle and to really lose off of a very unique and interesting and NFL record field goal.
You could say that.
You gotta give it to him. I mean, it hit a 66-yard field goal and it hit the middle upright crossbar and bounced forward. I mean, that's a 50-50. That could easily hit and bounce backwards. So you got to give it to them. They did battle. But you know what? They have a new week coming up. They're playing the Bears. I believe they're in Chicago, right? Is that correct?
Bears.
And so
The Bears.
it'll
The
be
Bears.
interesting to see them playing in Chicago. But I think that with the Bears being a little rocky, I think that the Lions have a chance to capitalize here. But we'll see what happens because it is the Lions. It is Jared Goff. We'll see how composed he is in the pocket. And so then going to the high note, the Rams and the Cardinals. I'm sorry, there. That's what's coming up. But the Rams beat the Buccaneers in a wild Sunday night football game. Was that Sunday night? Correct? Yeah. I was like getting my days mixed up. Sorry.
Sunday afternoon, but
Sunday afternoon.
it was Sunday, so at least you had the day right.
I mean, technically for the East Coast, it was Sunday night.
Yeah, there we go. So for those East Coast viewers that we get,
Here we go.
respect. So the Rams beat the Bucs though. Pretty crazy. It looked like it was going to be a high scoring game right off the get go, but then it just immediately slowed down. And then the Bucs missing their field goal attempt going into the half I felt pretty critical, just kind of keeping that distance and helping the Rams a little bit. But the Rams just are very good going into the second half. They're undefeated when having a lead, so they showed their dominance even against Tom Brady and that amazing crew that they got. So it was a good game. I think everyone was very impressed with seeing that. And then the Rams play the Cardinals. It's going to be another really good game. The Rams have both good offense and defense. The Cardinals, though, it's all about Calamari. What's he gonna do? Like, is he gonna be able to? Because he's going to move out of the pocket, run around, and all that stuff, and that's fine. That's gonna happen. But how much can the defense hold up and protect against the receivers, and stop those long bombs? Because they need to slow them down. So give them no option. Make them throw it out of bounds. Just contain it. So it should be a really good game. Spoiler alert. I'm picking the Rams. Shocker. I think that Calamari is cooked. So, and I think we're good. So that's mine. I'm curious to see what's going down. It should be a good, exciting Sunday.
It's kind of crazy about that 66-yard field goal. The play before, Lamar Jackson wasted time on the clock and threw the ball out of bounds. Well, there was like 2 seconds after the play clock expired before the snap. Yeah. So they should have thrown a flag for delay of game and they didn't. Mm-hmm. And then it led to the 66-yard field goal.
But again, that goes hand in hand with crazy. Your atrocious reffing, right? So
it's pretty insane.
Goes hand in hand.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Cohooney, we'll throw it over to you as your Cowboys were on Monday Night Football this week against the Eagles, and led to some very funny post-game comments from Jalen Hurts, but we can get into that eventually. But yeah, let's go to your feel of it, how the Cowboys played.
Yeah, Cowboys. They came out and took care of business against a bad team. Like a lot of people were expecting Jalen Hurts to take the next step and become turn into Kyler Murray or Josh Allen second year and stuff like that. I'm like, he's only got 7 starts. Like what? But even the announcer said like he's technically still a rookie if you think about how many starts he has in the NFL, and he's not ready to take that next step yet. And the play calling was weird. It's like the running back Miles Sanders had his very first rush was in the second quarter of the game. Like, how does that happen? But for the Cowboys, the defense looks amazing. Trayvon Diggs looks like he took a step up in the year 2. He's got three interceptions, 1 interception in each game. Michael Parsons, bet him now to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, while you could still get good plus odds, because
Wow.
the more and more we go
Wow.
later into the season, eventually it's going to get minus odds, because Michael Parsons is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's just that good. You know, he's a linebacker. They have him playing defensive end right now, and he looks like a defensive end.
Cahoon, is that your lock of the year?
Oh,
And then
is it your lock of the year?
And then the Cowboys, the they have a really good 2-headed rushing attack. You know, you got the power back in
Two-headed,
Zeke,
yeah.
That's what she said.
and then you got the quick and elusive Pollard. So, and then don't forget, you still got the passing attack of Dak, CD, and Cooper. And hey, they haven't even done much the last 2 games. They haven't needed to. So,
Oof. Just
Yeah,
wait
so
till they
I mean-
get going. Mm.
I mean, they got going game 1 and
Yeah.
they lost that. So maybe they don't want it to get going.
I mean, yeah, keep them, save them for the high price. It's all good. Oh, too good.
And who the Cowboys got next week? A little preview.
This week they got the Panthers. Should be a good game. Panthers defense is for real, in my opinion. But they still have Sam Darnold. They still have Robbie Anderson, who can't catch a ball. They just traded Dan Arnold, their tight end, and Christian McCaffrey's out. So, I feel like this, especially this is in Dallas or technically in Arlington, I feel like this has to be a win for the Cowboys. So we'll see. But yeah, I have a win in this one.
All right. Any of y'all want to choose which one you want me to cover first? or
Bills.
Going with the Bills. All right, the easy one. So the Bills hosted the Washington. The Bills hosted the Washington
Fitting for
football
you.
team over the weekend, and really all I could say is Josh Allen looking like MVP form. Josh Allen, that offense came out swinging early, and they swung often. So Washington was able to get some points on the board, which spoke a lot more than Miami did the week before when they didn't put up any points at all against the Bills. But yeah, Buffalo is starting to look like that possible juggernaut to look forward to down the stretch and into the playoffs. So we'll see if that continues. I think as long as he can still keep getting Stephon Diggs in the game, using the receivers or anything like that, and hopefully that defense also keeps shaping up to be strong. There was a couple of big plays he gave up to Washington that was kind of a little bit like, maybe if we can bring that down a little bit. But other than that, just a very good win for them. They had that game. Like I said, they had that game early on and they kind of coasted the rest of the way. So good on them to get back. And I think they're really erasing that opening week loss to Pittsburgh. They're kind of showing that that's not who they are. And
That was a fluke.
They are once again
Yeah.
for real. So,
If
and
it wasn't for that block punt touchdown, they would have
100%. 100%.
so,
They are
That
who
was-
we thought they were.
yeah, and they have another really, really favorable matchup, and it's the Houston Texans that come to Buffalo this weekend. They're favored by a lot in this game. So I guess it's just a matter of whether or not the Bills are going to maybe play down to their competition a little bit. I don't know. So we'll see. But this is another game where I think Buffalo could really pad the stats in this one. And they're winning this game, without a shadow of a doubt. That's my lock right there. You can mark the tape on that one. The Buffalo Bills will not lose to the Houston Texans this weekend.
What
So
will they cover?
that one,
that's difficult.
That's difficult. That's very difficult. I'm not really, because this could be one of those games where the starters, they only play the first, half or 3 quarters. It could be garbage time where the Texans backdoor cover it. So not comfortable.
They have to win by 17, right?
Yeah, they win by a
Yeah,
lot. And I could
so
tell you guys are
much.
all shaking your heads just because I said the word backdoor. So let's move on. So
They're
what do you
de-
want?
Yeah,
Who
they
you
could
want now?
definitely do with the
What do
Raiders.
you want Raiders? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I really don't even want you to talk about the Vikings after that. I'm
Well-
still pissed about that.
Well, you poor baby. We're going to talk about it, but I'll go to the Raiders first. So yeah, the Raiders, they hosted the Dolphins this weekend, or this past weekend, I should say, and got off to a really rough start. Miami was able to get off to, I think it was a 10-0 lead pretty early on, but the Raiders kind of woke up. They fought back in the game, and Derek Carr continues to put up very solid numbers offensively. And unfortunately, though, the defense, which you could say has looked better so far this year, but letting the Dolphins pretty much drive down the field, and then Jacoby Brissett running it in, and then getting the 2-point conversion to send that game to overtime. I think you could say the Raiders probably should have won that game in regulation, based on, I thought, just the level of field, especially once the Raiders kind of, woke up and really, started playing to what we've seen from them in the first couple of weeks. So, but either way, good teams, whether or not you think the Raiders are a good team or not, the good teams do find a way to win, and they did find a way to win. So kudos to them on that one. Didn't cover. We say it, good teams win, great teams cover. So maybe they're not quite yet great. So, but we'll see. They now have a matchup on Monday Night Football at the LA Chargers, who are just coming off a big upset victory in Kansas City against the Chiefs. So this is a good game. This is going to be an exciting game. And, the Raiders, finally, what was that? It's their first 3-0 start since 2002?
Last time they went to the Super Bowl.
Last time in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. I think we're in for a really good show. And I know we've mentioned it on our head-to-head matchups that it looks like through Vivid Seats fan graph, 74% of tickets are to Raider fans. So it's gonna be another raucous crowd, and it's gonna probably feel like more of a Raider home game than it is a Charger home game. So we'll see if that plays a part or not. But this is like I said, this is gonna be a very good game, and I'm expecting it to be very close. So we'll see how it goes. I did take the Raiders, though. Spoiler alert, I did take the Raiders to win this game, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, I think we're in for a good game. And then lastly, it's the Minnesota Vikings. And I'll say it, I was very shocked to see them, actually beat the Seattle Seahawks. And another thing too is they actually kept Seattle off the scoreboard the entire second half. So, I said before the season, I think the Seahawks are a good team. That the NFC West is crazy good, but they were also the team I predicted to be in last place at the end of the season with a winning record, but probably in last place. And they are in last place right now. So I'm not really sure what's the whole thing with Seattle. We'll see if that happens. But Minnesota, is their first game home. And I know there's an argument, the Vikings, they start 0-2. They did lose a close game in overtime to the Bengals in week 1. And they hung with Calamari and the Cardinals in week 2. And Cohooney, you said if they just would have kicked if they just made that field goal, right, they probably would have beat Arizona. So maybe the Vikings were a team that was 0-2, but maybe didn't, quite deserve to be 0-2. But either way, I was still surprised that they were able to, pull off that victory. So, and Kirk Cousins has looked very good. And I think the biggest surprise of it all was the fact that Dalvin Cook didn't even play, and they still won that game. So crazy.
I gotta put my phone over Ben, because that's going to make me hungry.
So we'll see if Kirk Cousins and the Vikings can maintain it. And the crazy thing, too, is Minnesota, they opened up with the first 2 games on the road. They're now in a stretch of 3 straight home games after that. So this is game 2 of that. So maybe the Vikings could get back on track, at least get this thing to 500. But
how about no?
They're welcoming good old Maker Bayfield, as we've called them at times, and the Cleveland Browns, which, by the way, the Cleveland Browns just came off a dominant victory against the Chicago Bears. And you could maybe argue that the Bears is really bad. There's quite the argument of whether Matt Nagy should even have a job at this point. No. But that defense looked pretty darn good. So this is and no spoiler, this is one of my games I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think the Vikings are going to pull off the victory in this one. I do like the Browns to win it. But either way, I think we're in for an exciting matchup there over in Minnesota. So, but that's what I got so far. So Let's see. What do we do? What do we do next? We usually go over games looking forward to this weekend. Is that what?
One game that surprised, that we're looking forward to, and then a game that surprised us. So
let's see. Well, actually, one other thing is there any other like just NFL news you want to cover? Anything?
Nothing too crazy. Obviously we already brought up that Richard Sherman signed with the
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Mhm.
Oh, something we haven't brought up. Josh Gordon is reinstated and he is signing with the Chiefs.
Wow.
So that is something we haven't brought up yet. But yeah, other than that, those are the two biggest news so far. Gronkowski missed practice today. Antonio Brown should be cleared from his COVID protocol by Sunday. So yeah,
And Ben
nothing
is
too
And Ben
too
is
crazy.
enjoying his dinner.
This is
Spe-
solid.
speaking of Ben, do you guys think Big Ben retires during the middle of the season?
You talking about Mr. Ben Washlisberger?
Nah. Do you guys think do you guys think he'll
Yeah.
retire in the middle of the
Shout
season?
out Kyle Madsen for that one. So that was a good one.
No, he's gonna finish the season out.
Yeah, he'll
He's
finish the
gonna
season.
finish it out. Yeah.
He'll finish the season, but
Mhm.
after that,
Yeah.
he can-
It's to the point where I don't even know if he's good.
hey, pull the plug.
Who's our backup? Mason Rudolph still?
Take the L. I'm pretty sure it's still Mason Rudolph. So
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So before we get into, I
Mm.
guess looking forward to any big shockers over the weekend or anything like that, or as we mentioned, anything.
I mean, we
Anything popping out?
could say the Chiefs losing an Arrowhead to the Chargers was a shock.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was a bit of a shocker.
As
So-
much as the Chargers, off illegal motions. I don't know how many times they're going to keep doing that and losing touchdowns. And then, did you guys think it was weird how they scored a touchdown instead of just letting the clock run out and kick the
Yeah.
chip shot field goal?
That was definitely one of those things
Hey.
where if the Chargers lose that game, that's definitely more of a,
And
okay. what are we
especially since they
doing?
missed the extra point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how about something to bring up? How about that Arizona Jacksonville game?
That was
I did.
atrocious.
Like, let's face it, yeah, it wasn't like a fantastic game, but I did say last week I was looking forward to seeing it. And what happened in that game? We saw a 109-yard, what do you call it? Basically, a return on a field goal attempt from
Field goal
60
return.
from
Yep.
Yeah, field goal return.
68 yards, which was just
Yeah.
hilarious because if you're watching Red Zone, that happens before the Tucker game winner. So they're saying, oh, they're going for the longest field goal attempt in NFL history at 68 yards, runs it back for a touchdown.
Yep.
Jacksonville goes into halftime up by 7 points. Arizona's a 7-point favorite, which a lot of people probably would have taken that. I bet there's a lot of parlays. Hello. I was one of them who had Arizona -7 that game. And then, that second half, Jacksonville completely fell apart. They went for that.
What was
silly.
what was that flea flicker?
What was that? That whole
Yeah.
flea flicker. I don't think I've ever seen a flea flicker attempt. That
Where
was
the
just down the
quarterback-
sideline. Yeah, it was just down
Well,
the sideline.
I've never seen a flea flicker play where the quarterback still has to throw the ball off his back foot. Like
Yeah,
you
that
caught no one off guard there.
Yeah, that was
terrible.
Definitely.
Urban Meyer still thinking he's coaching in college, I guess.
Yeah,
I was
so-
gonna say that even the Lions game in two ways was kind of a big game to watch this weekend. One, because the Lions were able to keep it so close, and then two, the fact of how they lost off of a
Yeah,
NFL
66
record.
yarder. Yeah,
Yeah, so
they
you-
went into.
Yep.
Another funny fact. I told John about this actually, but I don't know if you guys have seen it anywhere. But did you guys see anything about this Baltimore Ravens fan that is getting a tattoo, like a new tattoo for every Ravens victory
No.
this year? So
Oh, my.
so far he has two tattoos. The first one, when they beat the Chiefs, it just says I think it's getting on his leg, like on his his upper part of his leg. And the first one just said oh, the final score, like Ravens, whatever, to Chiefs, and then I have the date on it. Well, the one he has above it now is a field goal post and says Justin Tucker 66 yards. So apparently he's getting a different, unique kind of style, tattoo for every victory the Ravens get this year. So I guess
that's cool. It's different.
I want to say Sports Center might have shared it on Instagram, but yeah, if you ever want to check it out and see anything that gets added on to that as well. So
You okay over there, Mr. Whiteclaw? Good.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good to go. We're glorious. So, all right. Well, so yeah, week 4, it's coming up. Just throw it out to either of you guys. Any games looking forward to? Jason, I'm gonna start with you. what game or games are you looking forward to on this weekend slate?
I'm gonna keep it in the NFC West. I'm gonna say the Cardinals and the Rams. Are
Thanks,
that's a
dickhead.
that's a big one.
Well, you got 8 other teams, Craig. Chill.
That's just today. I mean, I have like 12 more tomorrow. So
That's a big game, and then obviously the Niners and Seahawks, big NFC West games. Divisional games are always fun. Yeah, those are 2 I'm looking forward to for sure.
All right, I'll just keep it to strictly 1, just given the fact that last week I said about 8. I would say that I'm looking forward to actually the Buccaneers coming into town of New England. I want to see Brady's return. I'm sure that he'll get a big ovation, but I'm curious what he'll do on the field. Show. I'm totally blanking on the head coach's name of New England. Oh my god, Belichick. Oh my gosh. Show Belichick what's up, and thank you for parting ways with me. I'm gonna dominate your ass on the field. Watch this. So I'm curious to see that game. It's gonna be a good game, and he's gonna say, "Hey, Mac Jones, you ain't
That's what she said.
you rookie ass mother."
So speaking of that game, you guys heard about the book that got released about
Yes.
Brady the last couple of years between Brady and Belichick, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Somewhat like a lot of the stuff. It's pretty much a book bashing Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's pretty crazy. And then speaking of that game, it's kind of crazy to think that Tom Brady's going to beat Drew Brees' passing NFL record for all-time passing yards in the game that he returns to New England.
Why don't you remind everybody how many yards that's going to take?
Try to take a guess, Ben and Jason. How many yards is he away
12
from breaking the record?
It's like 56 or something.
69, dude.
Son of a
What?
nice.
Yeah.
You know what?
Come
Just
on,
don't
y'all.
even
You
go
should've
to break the
known.
record. Retire
should've-
now, Brady.
You should have known that was going to be it.
Son of a. That's pretty
Okay,
solid.
so
Yeah, baby.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Monday night game.
Who's playing?
I got to stop doing this live.
Raiders Chargers. I think that's the biggest toss-up game on the week on the what slate? No, not slate. The week 4 schedule, and then also Ravens Broncos. Are the Broncos for real? This is the first prove it game. It's in Mile High, so yeah, not many teams do that well going into Mile High. So let's see if Lamar Jackson can.
They're gonna get them all the Ravens high before that game. They're gonna mess
Oh, yeah.
their game plan up.
Don't you think that's kind of weird that Josh Gordon didn't go to the Broncos? Don't you think it would have made sense?
Well,
Wow.
we'll
All
allow
right.
it.
I mean, it's legal
Well,
there.
let's see. What did you leave me with here, boys? So.
Oh God. Oh, sorry.
All right. Well,
Craig.
thankfully, so okay. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised John didn't say it, but I am actually looking forward to seeing Carolina and Dallas because I think this is
Nobody is.
No one cares, yeah.
this is also for me. It's also a prove it game for Carolina to see how legit they are because, like I said, the Cowboys have been impressive, and let's see if Carolina shows it to them. So looking forward to that game. Cleveland, Minnesota is another big one. If Minnesota can get this right and pull off a victory here, they're back to 500, and maybe they are shipping the right ship the right direction. But then again, Cleveland, they have a lot of aspirations for this year, and I think they came very close to being Kansas City in the first week, and now if they could pop off 3 in a row, you never know. So, and hot take, by the way,
Oh
I
boy.
say it right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the worst team in that freaking division. Mark the tape. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to finish in last place in the division. I'm taking it right now. Sorry, I'm just going to say it right now. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be in last place at the end of the year.
I don't
So-
even know if that is a hot take anymore.
That's like a lukewarm take.
Well, would you really argue that the Bengals are a lot better than the Steelers?
So they just beat them.
I know.
Yeah.
What I'm just saying is, would you still say that they're that much
The
better?
Bengals have a functioning quarterback. The Steelers do not.
You're right. I got you.
Yeah.
So, see, other than that, obviously the Arizona LA game, you guys kind of covered that. That's going to be a hell of a game. The Seahawks Niners game too. Same thing with the Baltimore Denver. Let's see what Denver is made of. in there, and then I think you guys already covered it all. Obviously, the Tampa Bay New England game is going to be cool for everything you guys said, and also the Raiders Chargers game, big toss up.
Honestly, like to be honest, like it seems like a mass majority of the games up until this point have been really good. Like where you're kind of like, ooh, that's gonna be a good matchup. That's you don't really know which way it's gonna go. This week, like, is the same thing. Like a lot of good moments to see. Like, will Denver go 4-0? What will Carolina go 4-0? What is
the Raiders go 4-0?
Will the Raiders go 4-0? What is
who's going to be
the Chargers? Like against
who's going to be
Raiders?
Who's going to be that last team standing alone, undefeated in the NFC West? Or unless you want to predict, if anyone wants to go out of their limb and say it's going to be a tie, it's going to be a tie.
I hope not.
That'd be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
We're missing something. Will Cohoon lock of the week finally hit?
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. Before we tee this up, John, do you want to reveal to everybody what this? Don't say it. Just tell me if you want to. If you want to reveal it.
Yeah, we can reveal it right now.
Okay. Well, hold on. Well, let me tee you up. Let me tee you up for that.
No, I'm not going to. I'll reveal it, but I want to see. There's been so many hints so far.
Yeah. So yeah.
Have you guys figured it out yet?
Is there any final guesses
Cardinals.
based on hints?
The Cardinals game is
okay. So John. So Ben's saying Cardinals. Jay, you already eliminated 3 of them. So
yeah, I think I already eliminated 3. I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Okay. Drum roll.
Cleveland Browns.
Yep, it is. Okay, that was the wrong button. That's cool. That's
all right.
great.
He's going
awesome.
0-4.
Yeah. So listen. So basically, if you're a bettor and you listen to our show, make sure if you do a parlay, you do take Minnesota plus the 2 points or 2.5, wherever you have it. You definitely want to take Minnesota now because
Yeah.
Because Cohooney
is 0-3, and I mean that's if you're a Vander Kane or a betting person, I would say stay away from Cleveland game right now. There's plenty of other options, but you need to stay away from that.
Jesus, all right, and we're done. So, boys, anything other NFL thing we want to talk about before we shift gears?
Oh. I mean, we're 3 weeks in. If you guys had to take a guess right now, who's leading the MVP odds?
Who is Laureano?
You want me to guess who is leading the MVP odds?
Yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Nope.
What? Matthew Stafford.
I was.
Nope.
Oh,
okay, so good. After. That's not my wasted. Let's see. Tom Brady.
No.
Ooh.
I was very. No, it's not. I was very shocked right now. If you were to go on Vegas websites, it's Dak Prescott. And
move on.
I don't see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was shocked, and I'm like, no, he's not. I'm not saying he's gonna win it. I'm saying I don't understand how he's favored.
I don't either.
When
like, don't get me wrong. Like, we have openly admitted
that's what I'm saying,
the Cowboys are
guys.
doing decent, but what the hell?
Get out of here.
John's like getting all like the shit at him, just for bringing it up, even though he doesn't agree.
No, for the people who.
Hey, John, hit the little mute button on your thing, okay?
Remember, we're talking about trying to find good bets because sports bets, but mostly chaos.
We're gonna skip the bets. Go to the
bet
chaos.
Stafford or go bet Brady while you still have amazing odds for those two.
God.
Josh, you can get Josh Allen. I think like plus 650, plus 700 right now. So it's like Allen, Murray, Brady, Stafford. Those 4 are all below Dak Prescott right now. Go bet him right now before Dak changes.
Yeah,
bet on him now before Prescott breaks his leg and is done for this year.
All right, I think I just saw something. I think I just saw something we could do. So I think this is cool because we can do this. We can do this 6 times throughout the season, every 3 weeks. So tell me if you guys want to do this or not. But basically, we can do this every 3 weeks where we could say our Super Bowl favorites after 3 weeks right now, based on, because remember, we all obviously already did our predictions. We can obviously say like if we still think we're gonna ride with where we're at. So, boys, thank you all. Does everyone remember their Super Bowl prediction at the beginning of the season before this thing all kicked off?
I think I do.
I think mine's
Okay, well, you could just say like you're still gonna lean with your picks. So Ben, why don't we start with you? Remind everybody what your Super Bowl prediction was gonna be.
I think mine was the Lions.
No, it was not. You're already ruining. Never mind. We're already done with this. Never mind. Never mind. Screw the fact that I had an idea there. Let's just
I thought it was. Fuck.
wrap that idea.
Are you serious?
We're done.
Okay, well, I pick a new team. I say the Rams.
No. Okay. Are we doing this or not?
I say
Sure.
the Rams are gonna win the
Okay,
Super Bowl. I
so
have it
forget
written
whatever
down.
you
Rams
predicted.
versus who?
Rams
You know, Ben, I
I
really think,
don't know.
Ben, I really think you took the Niners. Actually, if I
Okay.
if I
All right. So
memory
I say the
serves me.
Niners, but you know what? The way that
Now you're leading the Rams.
I say the Rams, just given the fact that the Niners are pretty inconsistent offensively.
Okay. So your NFC is now the Rams right now. Where are you leading AFC?
Who's in the NFC?
Oh my god.
So I'll
This
say
might take a while.
Bucks.
That's NFC, you dummy.
Scrap it.
I'll say
Yeah,
he's
just-
an idiot.
Just
done.
I'm gonna just say the Rams are gonna win the Super Bowl. Boom. Okay, let's just keep it simple. Go.
Wrong.
You guys go.
Okay, let's just.
I'll get you, and I'll look like a bloody accident.
Okay, let me regroup. Okay, we're good. All right, let's move
This
on.
is a good idea, but
It was until you spoke. And
why'd
then-
you start me off? That's your fault.
Because you seem the most confident, ready to go. Like you knew what your picks were and everything. You're ready, and it's just
Well, half the side.
it's the shit hit the fan, and yeah. Okay, all right. Let's move things on. Let's talk a little bit of baseball here, as the A's playoff chances are slowly coming to just about that
They're over,
much.
dude.
They're at
So-
the very end of a
Could be.
match.
Could be done. It could be done. So by the end of
It
that,
could, yeah.
So,
I'd
anyways,
already be
Freeze is
done.
over.
let's recap the last week of baseball for the A's. The last time we came on here, we were talking about how the A's just got swept by the Mariners in a 4-game series at home. It was all but basically done, and everything of well, imagine if the A's were just won some game against the Mariners, blah blah blah, whatever. And then what they do? They go and let's see, what did they do last weekend? Oh,
Jack
the Astros.
shit.
that's right. They swept the Astros, which I guess if anything, that's cool because the Astros couldn't celebrate the American League West victory on at the Coliseum on Rick Anderson Field. So that's nice. There's
Heyo.
Reese. Shout out Reese.
Tyrese.
He's just gonna stare awkwardly.
That guy
So-
right there.
Which one?
Which
Yeah.
one?
He knows who I'm talking about.
Which
He
one?
needs to shut his mouth.
And that shot, ladies and gentlemen, for the viewers who don't know,
Yeah,
is our
damn,
host.
Jason, what did you
Craig.
do?
That point.
Yeah.
That was
So, and the A's are, in the middle of losing to the Mariners again. It's like 11 straight losses. But anyways, before I just talk it up, Cohooney, just take it away. What are you feeling right now about the A's?
Once again, if the A's could just beat the goddamn Mariners, they'd be in the playoffs. How sad is that? That's legit. That's it. They've lost after tonight. After they get swept again, it's gonna be what? 13 straight losses to the Mariners or 12?
It'd be 12 straight losses.
12 tonight. Yeah.
too
Think about it.
damn many.
If they were to
That is
split
too
these
damn
last,
high.
if they were to split these last 12 and they were to go 6-6 in the last 12, they'd be in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
That's crazy. It's just insane that all it took was
One
just
team.
the fact that we can't beat the goddamn Mariners.
It happens though.
The sad part is the Mariners might end up making the playoffs because of it. So
Yeah. Jason,
there's,
anything else?
there's not much to say about the A's.
Yeah.
Season's over.
It's a shit show.
I mean, Cahoon kind of took my thunder.
Could be the Angels.
I was teasing that today. I was like,
Blah,
hey,
blah.
you guys feel sick? And I was like, all the A's had to do was go 500 against the Mariners, and they would be the top wild card in the AL. That's it. Not have to beat them. Just be 500 against them.
Yep.
Mhm.
You're asking too damn much though, apparently.
Yep.
And the follow up, I had another thing to make you guys feel sick. Marcus Simeon's balling still.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Mhm.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Marcus Semien hit his 44th home
44
run,
home runs.
which is now a new Major League Baseball record for a single season for home runs by a second baseman.
And he's
What was the original? Robinson Cano?
That's a good question.
question? I don't know.
That's possible.
Probably Cano.
But yeah, I mean, I've been talking about the season being over for about 3 weeks now. There's really not much going on. Interesting offseason ahead.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Big time.
Yeah.
And we're just going to wait and see what happens. See who's still in place, who's still going to be here, who they bring in, if anybody. I think there's going to be a lot of subtractions before additions, that's for sure. So
That's the A style.
Yeah, so another thing we're looking into based on the way games have played out tonight is this, no shocker, we are filming this show a day earlier than normal. But the A's, as of we speak right now on this show, their elimination number is down to just 1. So basically that means the A's cannot afford to lose. They literally cannot lose another game the rest of the way. They'd have to sweep the last 4 games. And they would need, I guess in this case would be the Red Sox, who won tonight against the Orioles. They would need the Red Sox to lose every game. So it's all but done. And it could very well be clinched tonight if they do in fact get swept by the Mariners. And I know there's the whole discussion of, well, they just would have went 500 against the Mariners last 4 games. That's true. You are right about that. But for me, I mean, there's a lot to look at, but the one thing that stands out to me more is the fact that they went 9-10 against the Rangers. The Rangers are going to lose 100 games this year, and they went 500 against them.
Yeah,
That to me is going to stand out more in comparison to the whole last stretch against the Mariners, because the reality is, if they can't beat the Mariners, then they don't deserve to be there. And then beat the Rangers, they don't deserve to be there either. So, and it sucks. I went to my last A's game of the year on Saturday, and I flat out said, this is the last time I'm going to see Starling Marte, Josh Harrison, Matt Olson, Mark Canha in A's uniforms. Another thing that sucks too is, Mark Canha gets the walk-off on the last home game. I guess that's a cool thing. The A's end up winning both Saturday and Sunday in walk-off fashion, which if you look up the numbers of the amount of A's walk-offs they've had under the Bob Melvin era, it's kind of insane that the way that they were able to do it so much. But even Canha kind of said, brought up the fact this could be his last, game in the Coliseum as an A. It's almost like the whole sad reality of he said he'd like to be back here, but are the A's even going to offer anything? And I don't know. And I think like you said, there's probably more subtractions before there's additions. And a crazy thing too, is I was listening to the A's post game. I can't remember if this was after the game Saturday or it might've been Thursday after the A's lost. It was me and John on the way home. But anyways, Chris Townsend, who is a guy I love listening to. I think he is one of the best guys to listen to about A's coverage, because he's not super biased. He'll tell you how it is. And he pretty much said that if the A's really want, so keep in mind, I've said that Starling Marte, there's no way the A's are going to keep him, because they're just not going to be able to offer the much money he's going to get offered. So my next thought was well, you can't get Marte. It'd be great to get a guy like Jay Hay or keep that guy around, because he's basically Chad Bender, but better. He's more consistent. And Chris Townsend pretty much said that Josh Harrison, he is affordable. If the A's want to keep him, they could very well keep him. It's
same thing with Listella last year.
He said that it's not going to cost a lot to keep a guy like him. But the thing is, if the A's do go into the offseason with, let's tear this thing up, then there's really no probably reason to bring Harrison along. And I'm pretty sure Harrison's at the point where he wants to win. He's not in his 20s, he's in his 30s now. So he's probably want to go somewhere that's going to win. So it sucks to see it, but if the A's do decide to blow it up, I just think that's another guy that they're going to let walk and not even give him an offer. So it's unfortunate. We keep saying, we keep writing the whole, it's unfortunate, it's sad, but it is what it is. And this is the last show that at least we're going to be on here and speaking live, with the A's still being, alive. But it's probably going to change very, very soon. And I guess quick question really quickly is who would you guys want to see coming out of the wild card? Because it's still basically between the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Mariners, and the Blue Jays. So out of those 4 teams, what 2 would you guys want to see? Jay.
Give me the Yankees and the Blue Jays.
Okay, Yankees, Blue Jays. What about you, Cooney?
Yankees, Blue Jays.
Benny?
I'd say Blue Jays and probably Boston.
Blue Jays, Boston. Yeah, I'm on with Jason and John this one. I'd like to see the Yankees and Blue Jays. I just definitely want to see the Blue Jays in there. They have
definitely the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they have crazy offense.
For sure. Blue Jays is my number 1
yeah,
for sure.
And let's give Robbie Ray some playoff games in there too. So
I kind of don't want the Yankees only because like they put so much money into their team. I'm kind of like, money buys their championship. I'm like, no. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see someone else. And
it's-
Boston, I know they probably put a lot of money into their team too, but the Yankees are they got just money hungry. They just don't give a shit.
And it's no offense to Seattle and all. Like, let's let it be on the record. The Seattle Mariners are a better team than the Oakland A's right now. They're proving it. But I just I don't.
They're
There's not enough. There's not.
They're not
going
going
to
go deep. They aren't anything.
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're because
they'll make it to the show and then piss
even
their
if
pants.
even if they pull off a victory in the wild card, I don't want to.
Who would start the wild card game for them? Chris Flexen?
Probably Flexen.
Like, go him
shout out Nova Memorial.
It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like,
something about a Cougar.
That Seattle team, like, you look at them top and bottom.
Oh my!
That was
how
twice.
are they good?
You knocked that shit off.
Daddy, chill.
Sorry.
Greg would know about. Never mind.
Oh my!
Let's
go.
He just sees that as opportunity.
Who did that?
Is that his? I think that's his ringtone.
Done?
So speaking,
Did we get it all out? Did we get it all out?
Oh no!
Yep.
Trust me, there's a secondary
she
coming.
said.
Don't worry.
Oh my God!
Sorry, John. What before were you gonna say?
no, I was quickly saying, you guys saw that St. Louis finally ended their win streak tonight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Oh, shit.
Finally stopped at 17 games, and it's kind of crazy that they finally lose their win streak the day after they clinch the second wild card. So it's kind of it's kind of have to think, how much are they really going to be playing the next 4 days? Do they rest some of their players? Like, do they let Wainwright come out and pitch like maybe 4 innings on Saturday just to get ready for Tuesday? Or are you going to let Wainwright have a whole week and a half, like a whole week since his next start before he faces off against the Dodgers or Giants? That's the real question. Like, I don't like they're on such a good win streak right now. Why stop? Why halt the momentum just to like get healthy? Like, you need to be in the best condition you possibly can be before you get to that next Tuesday. So.
Yeah, that's the whole rust versus rest factor. That be careful what you wish for. Sometimes you kind of, like you said, John. They're finishing hot right now. Like, might as well keep it going. But at the same time, you got old guys like Rainwright out there. You want to keep it. He's been a stud. You don't want to get him injured either. So.
Yeah, Wainwright's gonna be starting that wild card game for them. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine if they had Flaherty. Oof. If they had Flaherty and Wainwright, and they could get past the Dodgers. You never know. They're hot. They were such a hot team that, but I don't think they have enough pitching to contend with whoever wins the division between the Giants and Dodgers. Even if they get past the wild card, I don't think they have pitching to get past.
I mean, something to keep in mind though. I just looked it up too. Is that I looked at their season records against both the Dodgers and the Giants, and they went 3-4 against the Dodgers, but they did win the last 2 games against them. And not a lot of teams can say this, but they had a winning record against Giants. They went 4-2. They won 2 out of 3 in both series they played against Giants.
Yeah.
So you could argue maybe it's a bad matchup. But I don't know. We'll see. That we already know it's going to be, the Cardinals at the Giants or the Dodgers in the wild card game. The winner of that's going to play the winner of the division, and it's a lock that it's going to be the Brewers and whoever comes out of the East between the Braves and the Phillies.
It's very close. The Braves almost have it clinched. They're 4.5 up right now. How many games are left? I think 5 games left. And I think they're playing right now. If they win, are they playing? Who's playing right now? Is Philly? They're not playing. One of them has a day off tomorrow. That's what it is. One of them has to play tomorrow. Okay. Well, it could be over by tomorrow, and all the playoff teams in the NL will be set.
Yeah. Well, hey, we can good tease for the next show. because our next show, the 2 wild card games will be done. So we'll be locked in. So we can do our little postseason predictions. We can do our, series victories and also our World Series prediction based on that. So
I got a question for you guys.
I think we should.
we have answers, hopefully.
I gotta
Maybe.
circle back to the A's.
Okay.
I think it's all right. You got Starling Marte as a free agent. You can offer him a qualifying offer, which is probably going to be somewhere in the $18-20 million range.
That ain't happening.
That's my question.
They technically have the money. That's the saddest part.
That's the question. Is
So freaking rich.
you offer that to him and he signs elsewhere, you get compensatory draft picks back.
Wow.
Will they offer Marte a qualifying offer? Is my question.
No, because they're too
Yeah, they're not
money
gonna-
hungry.
They
They're
won't
not
do
gonna
it.
open the
It just be so Oakland A's S and not even bother me.
No, but because imagine if Marty's like, I like being here. Screw it. I've made money. I've made millions of money. I'll take the 18 million. And now they're like, oh shit, you just called my bluff.
Yeah.
Would be hilarious.
But you know what? Like when you said 18 million, I'm like, take off that one, and then maybe the A's would offer that. But I don't see them offering.
I don't even think they'll be offering
I don't think
that.
they even offer that. To be
No,
honest.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
They're
is, like,
basically turning
that's
the A's
how cheap
ownership
they are because
turning
they,
into the major league.
you know what? Like, okay, so
Pay that
so,
man his
they are well known for not signing guys for big term and long term and big number contracts, right? Obviously, everyone knows this. Who
Not even
follows
close.
the A's. Cheap as hell. They took a gamble and did it with Davis, and look what happened, right? The guy got cut, moved over, blah blah.
They
Right?
didn't really sign him long term. They
No,
just
no,
gave him.
I'm saying
They gave him a $12 million contract. Yeah.
I'm saying long term or even a lot of money. They're not gonna do it. They don't like doing it, and then they go and take a jump and take a gamble with Davis, and it just doesn't pan out. I think that situation made them turtle even more and become even more skeptical on giving big money to any player because they're saying, oh, we're going to give it to him and then he's going to go cold and then he's not going to pan out like we want. And I feel like that's the situation where you guys have some players that you should give some money to who could pay out big for the team in the long run, but they won't do it because of situations like that, because they're so they'll second guess themselves. Oh, well, we just did that with Davis and look what happened. Like we got screwed out of it. We screwed ourselves. Let's not do that anymore. We'll just keep paying little by little and we'll see what we get, and it's not the way you should manage a team. Like it's just that's ridiculous.
So especially when they're the fourth richest ownership group in the whole MLB. So don't act like you don't have the money. They have the money.
Exactly.
They just they nickel and dime the franchise. Whatever.
It's sad. It's just it's sad. I know you guys sit there and like bust my balls saying like, oh man, who's like the fourth baseman on baseball on the A's and blah 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 blah. And you bust my balls about everything. But at the end of the day, like I do see it. Like it's like they should put more money. I see how whenever we go to a game, I see how passionate you guys have of a fan base, and you guys need to have consistent players stick around and not be like, oh, one and done and just see ya. That sucks. That's not a way to follow your team. And you don't want to buy an A's jersey with someone's name on it because that person ain't gonna be there in a couple of years, right? Like sucks. That just flat out sucks.
So
really
so
quickly, I did want to mention one other thing though. The thing about the Mariners too. Another thing to keep in mind is that if this thing comes down to the final game of the season where they're in it, I'm pretty sure they're projected to face a guy by the name of Shohei Ohtani in the regular season finale. So
the Angels have been doing pretty good at playing.
They're still letting Ohtani pitch. I thought they shut him down.
Sunday, he's actually supposedly not going to right now.
Oh, really?
Right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
they said he wants to be a
DH.
DH.
Let me down on that one. He said it.
So he wants to be a DH, or not. He wants to, but the team wants to play him as a DH instead for that.
Yeah. So for next week's show, do you guys want to do our full predictions on that day? And then for now we can do our predictions on what we think the wild card game is going to be.
Well, we can't really do the Walker predictions if we don't know who's going to be in it.
No,
We
no,
don't know
no.
the matchups yet.
Just take a guess. Who do you think is going to be in the wild card game, and who do you think
We
wins?
already basically did the American League.
Yeah.
So how about we do this? When we know when we know who is officially in the American League Wildcard National Wildcard Game, we'll post it on Twitter. We'll put it on the socials. It'll be up there for people to see.
Yeah,
And then after that, we do the main show. We'll know who's coming out of the wild card, who's the matchups are, and we'll do our full postseason predictions from there.
Yeah. So next Tuesday is the AL wildcard game. Next Wednesday is the NL.
And
it's funny.
Friday is when it starts, right?
Nope, Thursday.
Oh.
And the Rays game. The Rays are already announced to have the second game that day.
Yeah.
So it's most likely the Astros will have the first one, and
Astros and White Sox. Yeah.
Astros and White Sox, and then
more than likely with the Astros hosting that series.
Yeah, that's why it's TBD, because technically there's still potential where
the White
Sox could
pass them. Yeah. So
yeah.
So Ben, anything Angels you want to lay down for us?
Well, I mean, unlike you guys,
How about new?
Unlike you guys, we've known our fate for quite a while, and
we
weren't really.
Speak for yourself, man. I've known for a little bit now.
We weren't really playing with our food, we just kind of accepted death. So
our food.
So the Angels are actually beating the Texans right now.
Texans.
Texas. Texas Rangers. Sorry. Texas Rangers. They're beating them 7-2 right now, and they actually got some runners on and stuff. So we'll see if that becomes bigger. Irrelevant as hell. But Salvador Perez in first place for the home run lead with 47. Guerrero Jr. with 46, and Ohtani with 45, and Semien, which is a very familiar name to you green and gold fans.
There's no need for that.
He's at 44. So I mean, we're kind of seeing Ohtani may very well drop to fourth. And if it happens, it happens. But he kind of just ran out of steam. But you know what? He did come out and say, when asked about his future in the organization, he did come out and say that he loves the atmosphere. He loves the atmosphere. He loves the fans. He loves playing here. But at the end of the day, he wants to win. So I don't know if the league or if the team will go out and get some more pieces to bring in and help Ohtani and Trout, Rendon, and do something about this and get some better, pitchers, get some better bullpen, arms. If not, then Ohtani's gone. Like he's gone. I think it's after next year. So they got a year. They got it. You know what? I'm kind of glad Ohtani came out and said this to kind of maybe light a fire under management's ass. But at the same time, I've seen multiple occasions where, the Angels have a whole fire under their ass already, and they just sit there and say, this is fine. So,
hey, Benny, if you're looking for some bullpen arms, we got something we can give you.
I'm good. I'm cool.
I'll
give you
Tim.
I'll take Diekman off your hands for a bag of expired sunflower seeds.
Please take Diekman off our hands.
I mean, that's Craig's nickname when he's on the mound and he's throwing a couple balls. He's Diekman automatically. So
maybe we should talk about my record as a pitcher. Maybe we should talk about that.
No, everyone's gonna just skip right through that. So but I mean, it's kind of a tough way to end the year, but unfortunately they had a decent start and that was it. Unfortunately, it was a rough middle shit show.
It was over when it started, but
it was over. It's just whatever. So who wants a World Series anyways? Come on, who wants that? It's overrated.
Nobody. Let's see. I guess we can talk a little bit about that NL West with the Giants. So I mean, the Giants, do they lose? Do they really just ever lose at this point?
All right. When they look like they're out of it, they find a way to crawl back in.
Yeah. So, they're beating up on the crap teams. They're playing, Arizona. It's a 0-0 game right now in the fifth inning. So somehow a close game, but they did handle the first two games. And I guess the question to you guys is, I know the Dodgers are handling the Padres, who are obviously done for, but does anybody really think that the Dodgers are going to catch the Giants? Because I don't.
Not at this point, no.
It's
running out of games. I think you're just
they're running out of games. They're what 2 games back right now with
5 to play.
3 games, 5 to go. 5? No, it's not 5 to still play, is it?
Well, well, if you count tonight's
They
game, the
both still
Giants
have
still have
5 to
5.
play?
If you count tonight's game, the Giants
Okay,
still have 5. Yeah.
So they
I
both
don't know
have
with Dodgers for sure.
they both have games tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they both had games tomorrow or not. Okay.
Plus, there's the whole
uh,
thing that Milwaukee does. I mean, sorry, the Dodgers play Milwaukee, and whether or not Milwaukee is gonna, if what Milwaukee they're gonna get per se.
And if
do you guys
63,
what
maybe at
happens? What happens if it finishes in a tie?
Game 163 in Oracle Park.
at Oracle.
For sure. There's no
Yes,
like a
yes.
tiebreaker or any of that stuff.
No, because what they do is that they determine that the Giants have home field for it because they won the season series 10 games and 9. But there will no matter what, there's still a game 163, but it will be at Oracle Park if there is a need for one.
Pretty
Technically,
crazy.
That is like 3 games lead for the Giants. I would think you're looking.
Yeah.
Worst case, you're gonna have
Even if like including yesterday, which they won.
Yeah.
So basically, even if the Giants go like 4-1 the last like 5 games, the Dodgers can't lose a game.
Yeah.
I think that's how it worked out if my math's right on it. So
If they both if they both win tonight, they both have 4 games left. As long as the Giants win 2 of them, the Dodgers have to sweep. So
it'd be a crazy finish, but I just think that the Giants are lining up for possibly a lengthy postseason run. So
do you guys think the Brewers, with nothing to play for, do you think they try to play spoiler for the Dodgers this weekend, or do you think they just rest and wait for next Thursday or Friday, technically?
I think you kind of want to send a message. Because
I would if I were the Brewers. I don't want to send a message.
Keep it going, because it may actually hurt you in the long run come postseason if you sit people something very similar to us is like softball. When we have one extra week off, we have some rust. So it's a human nature. They're used to a routine. Like you kind of have to take that risk, of possibly, what if the person gets hurt? It's like, well, you had 162 games, there's any moment that this person could have gotten hurt.
That's the crazy thing about the NL is, so the season ends on Sunday and the NL playoffs don't start till Friday. So the Brewers, the Braves, and possibly the Giants will basically have 4 full days off before the next game. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, but
interesting
note that we're talking about the Milwaukee Brewers. I know John and I talked about this, but Jason or Ben, did either of you guys hear about the news regarding a relief pitcher on the Milwaukee Brewers by the name of Devin Williams?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Ben, did you hear about this?
I did not.
So basically, Devin Williams, this young kid on the Brewers, one of the better pitchers in the back end of their bullpen. John, is he their setup man?
He's one of theirs. He might be their main setup guy.
Well, basically, they clinched the division or whatever on Sunday. They celebrated, and I guess sometime later in the night, Devin Williams basically got upset over something, and when he was home, he punched the wall. He fractured his hand, and now he is out for at least through the National League Championship Series.
And needs surgery for his hand. I did actually hear about that. I just didn't know him by name. I had heard that it was Milwaukee, and I saw the photo of him, but I didn't know him by name. But here's the important thing. And the Brewers organization should take it into account is if he could replay the event, he wouldn't have done that. So at least he learned his lesson.
Because he was like, you know what? If I could do it again, I'd do it all the same.
Run that.
So he's gonna be
Get out of here
red flagged.
With that
No
garbage
joke.
take. That is
Joke.
garbage.
No joke.
It's not like
I just lost some brain cells.
I mean, it's not like you.
Which one did you have?
Oh.
Boom.
It's not like he broke his hand playing a video game or something.
Oh, shout out Jesus Luzardo.
Oh, baby. Wow.
Yowza.
Who's the pitcher that slit his thumb while cooking a couple of years back?
Damn
forget.
it. All right, this got brought up too.
You mentioned it last week on the pod.
Damn it.
Did
That's
I?
why.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Damn it. Now it's gonna be.
All right, move it along.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I think that's it for baseball or anything.
That's it for
Anything else?
baseball.
Any baseballs? All right. Well, if that's the case, Cohooney, we're moving on to one of our favorite segments on the show. The Cohooney 5. So Cohooney, I guess I don't know if you're doing bowling game, might be skipping over it again, but so why don't you just let us know how your Cohooney 5 played out last week and what's going on this week?
Yeah, another successful Cohooney 5. I had a winning week, went 3-2. Unfortunately, Nate Diaz did lose.
Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz. Blah.
Jesus.
Very crazy fight because he didn't get finished by Lawler. He basically quit. Like he got knocked down, pretty much got his nose broken, and the ref told him to stand up, and he told the ref no more, and the ref waved it off. And I was like, I can't believe I just saw that. I never thought I would ever seen that happen from Nick Diaz. And then I also had the loss in the title fight main event. Ortega, he had his moments. That third round easily could be one of the best rounds of all time. And that fight with Volkanovski, it was easily the best fight of the year. Amazing fight. So I had a 3-2 week. I got the wins from Shevchenko, Blades, and Andrade. And this week's a new fight night. It's Thiago Santos versus Mr. Whiskey, Johnny Walker. That's the main event. And I'll start off with the main event. Thiago Santos facing off against Johnny Walker. I'm going to go with the favorite Santos to win this one. And a very competitive, fun fight. Next up, Kevin Holland facing off against Kyle Dawkins. Kevin Holland was one of the biggest up-and-coming fighters of 2020. And, he just finally found the top echelon of his division. And he just wasn't ready for those two fighters yet. Now he gets kicked down a little bit from the rankings, and he faced that Kyle Dawkins, who I think is better for, and he's favored, and I think he should be a bigger favorite than he is right now. I have Kevin Holland winning by finish, possibly second or third round. Next up, I'm going to go with the underdog of Alex Oliveira over Nico Price. We just saw Nico Price fight a couple months back, and he didn't look too good. And while Alex Oliveira isn't much to say about either, I have him winning this. There's always usually an upset in the main card, and I'm going to go with this being the upset. Misha Serkinov facing off against Christoph. Misha Serkinov.
Oh, circumcised. Gotcha.
Yeah. Face off against Christoph Jotko. Two.
You're choking? What?
Two European guys. The craziest part is Serkinov has 7 straight fights. 7 straight fights to have all finished in the first round.
They finish all right.
Whether he's wins or losses, well, Jotko, all his fights in the last 5 have been a decision. So is this fight going to end in the first round, or is this fight going to go to finish? I'm going to go with I'm going to have to go with Misha to win in the first round finish here off against Christoph. And then
they tap out, huh?
And then last one is a fight that was supposed to happen a couple months back, but it got canceled and moved to this fight night. It's Aspen Ladd versus Macy Chason. I went with Ladd back then, baby. And I'm sticking with her. They're both really good fighters. They both only have 1 loss in the UFC. But I have Aspen Ladd win this one. I think she's the better fighter of the two. So, to recap, Thiago Santos, Kevin Holland, Alex Oliveira, Misha, one more time, Serkinov, and Aspen Ladd. I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
Oops.
I think you could say it.
I'm really not sure.
I don't know, man.
Really not.
I think it's fine. It's just racial stuff that you can't say. That's fine. We're good.
Okay. All right. Well, we can.
Kids are gonna go up to their parents. Mommy, he go to Christy. Mommy, what's circumcised?
Wow, that hit home. Wow.
Oh my God!
Too far. There's a limit.
Mommy,
There's a limit.
Jason's
You surpassed it.
That cut deep.
Okay.
Circanov.
All right. Well, let's
Circanov.
get back on track a little bit from whatever just happened. But Cohooney, thank you for another Cohooney 5. Always enjoy it. But
UFC names are fun.
yeah.
So, oh wow. So UFC and never mind. I'm not gonna say
Let's
it.
see.
I'm gonna.
Any funny? Let's see. Is there any funny names next week?
Well, there would, but unfortunately, we're all out of time. So
I don't care. I'm still gonna look.
That's okay. Yeah, sorry, I gotta just throw one of these in
That's
there
what
for
she
that
said.
one. All right, we'll shift things over to the softball diamond, and as we do have Hayward, the fall league is coming up next week. So Mondays and Wednesdays we are back at it, and
Ready, coach.
we're gonna jump to Fridays in Fremont as we finally opened up our season this past Friday, and pretty, relatively, kind of new faces on the team, and played just a really close game that we ended up winning 6-1, just low scoring all the way. Defensively, we did pretty well. Offensively wasn't all there, but I think the more we play together, I think we'll be able to gel a little bit more. We have plenty of players that are out this week, and Jason will be back making his Friday return subbing there. So be excited to see that. We are playing against the good old Peppers, who are probably going to be looking to avenge themselves after we beat them in the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes, but should be an exciting game there. And hopefully we get to 2-0, but out of the way, we'll see how it pans out. And then I guess the only thing else, Tuesdays on the team that playing with that I am just playing on, not managing on. We prevailed with a victory last night, just 7-0. So defensively shut down again. Offensively, a little bit off. We were just getting under a lot of pitches, just a lot of fly balls, and lots of left field. Left fielder got plenty of action all night long, and he was able to make plays. So, still just a good competitive game. But we're now 2-0 on Tuesdays, as we'll look to keep that going next Tuesday. But other than that, it's just the fact that we'll get a chance to defend our titles both on Mondays and Wednesdays starting next week. So we opened up with a doubleheader on Monday at 7:00 and 8:15, and then Wednesdays we open up at I believe 8:00. So we'll see how things go off. It's a short season at Hayward. It's only 5 games, except for Mondays. We got the one team that got the extra game. The way 7 teams, one team had to get an extra game. It was us. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll get ready to get that thing going and see if we can, run it back there. So, but that's all I got for the softball for this week. So we'll have obviously more content to bring you on that next week, as we got a bunch of games coming. So, all right, but as we move on, we have, I believe Jason said it. He has the return of, if I could find it, which I'll eventually get. There it is. Jason, it's the Get Off My Lawn segment. Something is bothering you. So why don't you just let us know what's going on right now?
All right. So the NBA is about to start a season in a few weeks.
Gross.
And city mandates in the city of San Francisco and New York. We talked about it last week. If you're not vaccinated, you can't play in your home arena. Andrew Wiggins, for example, cannot play in home games. As of, I believe, October 13th will be the cutoff, and he cannot play. So what's bothering me is that somebody unvaccinated, like a Kyrie Irving, for example, who plays in Brooklyn, can come to San Francisco and play a game here, but not in his home city. And vice versa for Andrew Wiggins. How does that make any sense whatsoever? Are we trying to control the spread of virus? Isn't that counterintuitive to fly clear across country? That's okay for him to come in and play, but Andrew Wiggins can't. And same vice versa for Andrew Wiggins to fly to Brooklyn and play in their arena, but Kyrie can't. It makes 0 sense whatsoever. It's gonna be interesting in a couple weeks to find out if these guys, and the NBA just came out today, said that if you're not vaccinated and you can't play in your home games, you're going to lose paychecks. So, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It seems
And
ass
Andrew-
backwards all the way around.
Seems sounds back. What are we doing?
Totally, like 100%. Like I get it. Like it's just ass backwards.
Well, everything about this whole situation is ass backwards. It's been ass backwards for months now. The NBA is trying to do the best that they can with this weird situation. It's just the fact that they technically work. Like Andrew Wiggins is technically works in San Francisco, while Kyrie technically works in New York City. So because they work there, it's people who work there are mandated, while people who are outside, they technically don't have to, because they don't, if they're coming from outside of San Francisco to do it. Everything about this whole protocol and mandates and everything, it needs to get under control nationwide. It can't. There's no more this county. This county wants to do
It has to be streamlined throughout the country. Period.
It's not. It's been over a year, and it's about to be almost 2 years in a couple of months. Like, just get this damn thing under control. The NBA is doing the best they can with just weird situation. I don't know what the NHL is gonna do. But like I heard Andrew Wiggins straight up said, worst case scenario, I'll get vaccinated because I'm not missing any games. I know he doesn't want to, but he came out and said, if it's my last situation, like if it's gonna keep me from playing, I'll get it. But like, it's like, it sucks that like it's gotten to that point where it's like people are being like, I don't know how to describe it, because it's like kind of so Andrew Wiggins, he kind of feels like it's kind of unfair to him because like he plays for the Warriors, he's getting treated differently than maybe someone who plays for the Pacers. It's the whole situation is just so, like Ben said, ass backwards, and hopefully this just in a couple of months from now it starts to.
Well, it's just very weird. Like, I get everyone has their opinions and their freedom to do what they wish. That's totally fine. Like, I'm not knocking anyone who, or knocking on anyone who.
I mean,
that
kind of fits.
I'm not like knocking
kinda
on
there.
That's too big of a
anyone who
word.
has their ways. Like, do what you wish. That's totally fine. But if you're a professional athlete, it's like, dude, like we've been, you want to travel around. It's like, dude, you could be carrying it. You don't know. It's just one of those things. Just better safe than sorry. We've been in this for almost, like John said, 2 years, and everyone wanted a vaccine, and we got one. It's like, dude, why are people not wanting it now? It's just, everyone's gonna have their opinion. That's fine. I know someone shared it on Instagram that like a basketball player came out and said, why would you not want the vaccine? And then she said like, oh, this is the perfect response. And the person said, oh, I've already got COVID. And I'm like, I've already had it. And I'm like, that's not the perfect response. Like, there's a variant now, so there's differences. Like, what? Like, no, like that doesn't make any sense. Like, so I think people have a very skewed mindset with it, and are very flawed in their mindset with it. Everyone
has just got those tinfoil hat theories out there. Because I mean, like, everything was getting so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like, we don't have to wear masks anymore. Oh
Yeah.
my God! Look, here's this brand new variant that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's just getting the people who are anti-vax, are basically saying, no, this was something that's created by.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I know what's next is the Echo variant or whatever. That's what's up next. But hey, everyone's got their freedom to do what they wish. But at the same time,
It's turning into a whole segment.
you're working for a bazillion-dollar organization. You're a pro athlete. If your company wants you to be vaccinated, because that way you can travel cross country into international land, like Canada and stuff. It's like, dude, do you want to play or not? Like, do you put the game? It's a whole thing. So anyway, sorry, sorry, Jason, I'm getting off your lawn now. Sorry, I saw there was I thought there was a quarter on the lawn. So
well, you know what? I gotta say this. I'm gonna get on Jason's lawn here because I myself have a get off my lawn segment that I have to bring to everyone's attention here.
Oh boy.
So
it's probably at me.
So boys, you guys know me. You guys know me for a while, right? You know that I like ball caps, right? You know that I have a lot of them. I wear a bunch of them. All that good stuff, right? I know that's right. So you guys may or may not know this, but I have been wanting to get a Padres hat for a little bit now, right? I really like the brown, you know, all that good stuff. I like it. It's a good, clean hat.
Fucking brown, dude, for you.
I really like the hat, right? So I happened to get this $50 gift card for my birthday recently. I'm like, this is great. I can get a gift card. I can use my gift card for this hat, right? Well, you know what? New Era saying wrong. When did hats become so damn expensive? I remember back in the day, I could get a hat for like $30, $35. You know how much those hats are now? They're $44. And this is where it gets great because you go on lids.com or whatever it is. You go on there and go, oh, we'll give you free shipping. We'll give you that. Oh, we have a discount. Oh, I'm sorry, because your hat's authentic. You'll get the discount code. You get free shipping, but within the taxes and everything, shipping and handling with the big middle finger sent you know what that comes out to? $51 and change, which means you can't use the gift card because your gift card's gonna cover the entire freaking purchase. So here I am sitting here with no Padres hat, nothing in the cart, nothing in the shipment, nothing in the mail. I'm sitting here with nothing because apparently we got to raise the prices $9 on this hat. Like, why? What are we doing that for? I mean, come on, man.
That's insane. Like, if I could just start, like, that is insane. That is way too expensive for a hat. Like, I thought $35 was
too much for a hat.
I'm okay with 35, but 44.
I'm sorry, but did Mike Trout jizz all over that hat? Like, I'm sorry. Like, that should not be $51.
Come on, man.
Like,
that's all
I
I'm
will
saying.
say, hands down, props to Craig because I have a whole bin full of hats that didn't fit him anymore. So I have a whole bunch of hats. So thank you for that because fuck paying $51 for a hat. Like, Mom, you're hearing
It's
this.
bogus, man.
I am not paying $51 for a hat. You're hearing this from me.
It's just the annoying part too, where like the whole gift card thing, like it's gotta cover the entire purchase. I can't
That's
just throw
bullshit
50 down.
because it's $50, so it should cover $50 of it.
And then I'll
you
pay
a
the
dollar.
remaining, 6 quarters or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's
Come
ridiculous.
on,
That
man.
is 100%.
It's almost like it's made to do that,
Yeah.
Just
That
like
sounds like I bet you a Cowboys fan made that rule.
well, maybe.
Right.
But it's anywhere. Fanatics, Lids, any New Era cap, whatever. They're all doing it to you. They all want to see your actual.
Yeah.
They want to see your actual plastic. They don't want no Visa gift card. No, oh, happy birthday. Oh, sorry, you're paying full price for your hat.
Yeah.
Accept it and move on with your life. So,
So
anyways,
tell your
that's my-
family $100 gift card minimum. now.
That's my problem, Jason. I'm off your lawn. It's all yours again. I just had to share it with you guys. I wanted you guys to know my frustrations.
$50 does it come with?
Well, does it come with your audio actually working? Because you cut out.
It's like, damn, are we on a 3-second delay or something?
Yeah,
I
you
saw
cut
his-
out for a second.
His mouth moved, but that was the only thing moving.
What? I don't even know if he can hear us.
Jay, you hear us?
I got you. I'm back.
Okay,
All
what,
right.
what did you say again?
I said, does it come with the happy ending? Because $50 it should have. I mean,
Well,
Is he circumcised?
oh, there you go.
I guess it's
Oh,
undetermined.
boy.
I haven't purchased the hat yet, so
Let's have some fun here.
but yeah, basically. So, anyways, yeah, that wraps it up. So, all right, here we go. We're shifting things again to our weekly segment. It's the Hit It or Quit It segment. And just telling you right now, we all in the pre-show, we were all saying how we all got stuff for this one. So
Jason,
Let's
Finally back.
we maybe have 2 from Jay. So, but anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. It's Hit It or Quit It. If you've never heard it before, it's where the question gets asked to the group. If we're hitting it or quitting, we go around the room. We all decide what side we're on this one. So, boys, I guess Jay, you have 2, so maybe you can start it off with the first one.
Yeah, let's make them quick so we can get through these, really quick.
Past his bedtime.
No.
You're right.
No, I'm talking about Craig.
Oh, Craig.
You also right. My bedtime was like an hour ago, so thank you.
Oh, I thought it was like 11 minutes from now, but whatever.
Good one. Move on. Let's go. Quit it. Quit it. Move on.
Yeah. So Ben kind of touched on it earlier, bringing up Shohei Ohtani. Kind of talking to the Angels organization about, I want to win. So my question to you is: does Shohei Ohtani complete 2022 in an Angels uniform? Hit it or quit it.
2022, so
The
next year.
entire year. 2022.
I'll go first. I say hit it, as in he will stay. I think he will finish out the year because again, I believe his contract is up at the end of the year. So
Isn't it?
2023.
2023.
Oh, it's 2023.
He's still
Okay.
got 2 more years. Yeah.
okay, so I say he will finish out the year just because you know what? I think he has enough respect for the organization as a whole to stick it out for the whole year, and then during the off season just kind of make a move to someone that will have a better fit. I think he'll give the team a whole year to figure out, are you going to make some changes or not? You know, up to the trade deadline. I think he'll give him that respect and give him that much time. But then beyond that, then I think he'll say F you in Japanese and go to a winning club if they don't produce.
Yeah. I'm going to follow suit with Ben to where I just don't see it happening next year. I really think that he will, at the very least, make it to the trade deadline of the following year, because I think the Angels aren't gonna be really willing to get rid of him. And yeah, I think there's a whole thing of what do they do in the offseason? Do they make actual moves that actually makes them a true competitor next year? And if that's the case, then obviously there's no way in hell they're going to give up Ohtani next year. So whether they actually do that or not, I don't know. They've done a lot of mistakes with their moves, and you can make the complaint. You can make the argument that they did a big splash with I'm sorry, totally blanking on the third baseman that's been hurt.
Rendon.
They made a good move, Rendon, but the
Yep.
guy can't stay healthy.
Yep.
So I don't know. We've all talked about it plenty of times. It comes down to their pitching, and they need to make moves there. Will they be able to do it? I don't know. But when it comes to Ohtani finishing next year, I think it's going to happen. Now we're talking 2023, different story. But in this case, I guess I would hit it that he will finish in an Angels uniform by the end of next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it as well. I don't think there's any way the Angels would trade him or move him, even if he requested a trade. I think if he leaves, it's just he'll leave in free agency, and the Angels will just have to eat the money pretty much. Unfortunately, they're going to try their hardest to keep him like Mike Trout, but the difference between Mike Trout and Ohtani is Ohtani, I guess, he actually wants to win, while Trout, he's
a
content
bazillionaire. Who the fuck cares, right?
He's content living in He's content living in LA, and
He's not wrong.
not winning, I guess. So I don't know. Yeah,
How much is
but
Ohtani's contract? Or I'm sorry, not Ohtani. Trout's contract is like
he's making like over 30 a year.
30
Pretty
million per year. Yeah, you don't care.
Over something like
You
that.
don't care. That's insane.
All right, finish it off, Jason.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it as well. You definitely put the organization on notice that he wants to win, and yeah, he'll play out next year. If the Angels got off to a slow start next year, it wouldn't shock me to get value back from him, but I do see him finishing out the year. They do have to make some offseason moves, and like Craig mentioned, and I think everybody mentioned that they've tried to make moves, they have sucked. And don't suck. Even Trout, he signed that big money deal, and he's hurt all like the last 2 years. So they're trying. Maybe they need a different voice in the front office.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah,
strategy.
Trout's making 35 mil a year.
Yeah, just a different strategy, different altogether. And yeah, I'll hit it as well.
They're definitely trying. I mean, they are trying, and even in the draft this year, they drafted all pitchers. They're showing effort into
spending money
where
like
they need.
team,
Yeah, they're doing what they can, but unfortunately, with draft picks, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. So I don't know if Ohtani will be around when those pitchers are ready. I mean, again, the A's have plenty of pitching players that they want to get rid of, but the Angels only want successful pitchers, so they don't want to touch any of your guys' pitchers. So
What are you talking about? When's the last time they had successful pitchers, though?
You guys have some. I mean, Romo looked good at the beginning of the year.
All right, who's next?
Go ahead, Ben.
All right. So my one is what was it? So the So the Lions have started off 0-3, which is pretty shocking to a mass majority of the group here.
What?
And so it is pretty shitty for them to. I mean, essentially, you could argue maybe they're 1-2. They could have been 1-2. With the Lions going 0-3 to start, hit it or quit it, they will finish above 500.
I'm taking this one.
Wow, really? Do we need to start any time on this one? I wish I somehow accidentally lost the drop, and I haven't recovered it. So, but I think we all can play it for the three of us.
Hell?
So, John, why don't you reenact it? Why don't you start it off?
Quit it. Move on.
Same.
Jay,
Same.
Ow.
I'll provide you a little bit of content. The Lions, they're just not. They're not
Quit
good
it.
enough.
Move on.
Yeah, that's it. That's the content. They're not
All
good
right,
enough. Quit it.
So,
Move on.
unfortunately,
Oh, God, here we
I had
go.
high expectations that they were going to go 11-6.
Oh, sorry, you locked it down.
Some people may have said that was kind of a, long shot. Some people may have
Some
thought that was a
people.
crazy bet. But Evander Kane is with me. I just got off the phone with him. He was totally standing by me on it.
Dude, that's so foul to keep bringing that up.
We
man.
totally feel that he's good. That it would be 11-6. But I will say, unfortunately, no, screw this. I'm saying hit it. They're gonna finish above 500. I'm standing behind my man Goff.
Hey,
They're
doubling
gonna
down.
turn it around. As they say in the gambling
How about
life,
new?
let it ride. So I'm saying they're gonna finish above 500 this
Are
year.
you
Don't
right?
you have to be winning to let it ride? Don't you have to be winning
it's
to let it
definitely.
ride?
So yeah. So Craig, John, what you guys got?
Craig, do you want to go first for me?
I want you to go first.
Okay, so it's pretty much well known that the NFC East is the worst division in football. The Cowboys, the football team, the Giants, and the Eagles, they're all really not that good of teams. But you could make an argument the AL East is just as bad. Sure, they got the Bills, but outside the
AFC.
Bills, it's the
AFC. Yeah,
AFC. What did I say?
I said
AFC
American
East
League
again?
East, and no, you said
Ah.
AL East. I thought we were comparing it to baseball. I'm like, what? Are we
Yeah.
doing?
The AFC East is just as
This-
bad. Sure,
this
they got a
multiverse
Super Bowl
here.
contender. Sure, they got
No,
Super Bowl
Spider-Man.
contender in the Bills, but outside of that, it's the Patriots, the Dolphins, and then the Jets. So hit it or quit it. The AFC East is actually worse this season than the NFC East.
Oh man, this is a really good one, actually.
So you're saying the AFC East is worse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Ooh.
Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets division is worse than
I'm
the
gonna
Cowboys
say
football team.
quit
but-
it. I'm gonna say quit it. The AFC East, yes, they have the Bills. The Jets are kind of that equivalent to, the East of the Giants, so I feel they're even. But to me, I feel that the Dolphins and the Patriots kind of have, I don't know, a little bit kind of underrated talents that can kind of surprise teams. And I think that they're a little bit better. And I think they'll do a little bit better. That's just my take on it. Jason, suck it. Okay. That's my take.
No, I'm thinking.
You looked at me like,
No, this is really tough.
to me, and mark the tape at an hour and 48 minutes or whatever we're at. Mark the tape.
Hope we're not that far. Holy
I
crap.
think that
I think we are. It
Dolphins
might even be long later.
and the Dolphins and Patriots will have a better record than the Washington football team and the Eagles
Okay.
paired up against each other by the end of the season.
Cahoon, say the question again.
So hit or quit it. The AFC East is actually worse of a division than the NFC East.
That is a good question. This is probably one of our best questions we've
Yeah,
had
this
in
might
a
be
long
the
time.
best. It might be one of the best ones.
I don't think either one of those are the worst division of football. That's not the question. The question
Really?
is, I think the AFC South with the Titans, the Texans, the Colts, and the Jaguars is worse than both those teams, both those divisions.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
So that's why I asked what the question was. What's the worst division in football, or you just comparing those two divisions?
Just those two divisions.
just the two
Just those
divisions.
two
Yeah.
divisions?
Yeah, because like all the talking heads still even this week are still mentioning how the NFC East is the worst division in football. And you just brought up a good point. I didn't even think about the AFC South, how bad that division
AFC
is.
South is
They've
terrible.
been so south.
Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say,
gonna-
doesn't it have 3 winless teams?
No,
like,
2.
No.
Texans beat the
Jaguars and Colts, and then Texans are 1-2,
still-
and Texans,
Yeah,
and then
but the
Titans
Texans
are 2-1.
The Texans beat the Jaguars though,
Yeah,
so
It's terrible.
Hey, that's still a win.
Sure,
Mhm.
hit it. I guess. I mean, I think I just said the AFC South's the worst division, but it is what it is. Go,
yeah, I think
Chris.
this is tough because I guess I try to like break it down a little bit. The worst teams in the division are the 2 New York teams, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think the Giants are better than the Jets so far. I think the Jets
obviously.
maybe they've shown a little bit defensively here and there with Robert Saleh. Maybe that blueprint of the Niners is maybe a little bit there. It's starting to show up, but offensively they look absolutely awful. Zach Wilson just, I mean, I guess it's not a whole lot on him. I mean, yeah, he hasn't looked good, but I mean, it's not like he has any help
They
around.
lost their best offensive lineman
Yeah.
back then for the season.
So the Giants are better there, and then maybe you block up the Dolphins and the Patriots. You throw them against Washington and Philly. That's I don't know. That's a close one for me. And then I probably put the Bills and the Cowboys at the top of the divisions right now. And I would say it's not a huge difference, but I would say a clear difference between the Bills and the Cowboys so far. The Bills are the better team. I don't know. I think it might be just too early for me to say. So I think for now that I'll quit it. That the NFC division is still worse, but within a couple weeks it could change. I might be right.
Yeah, give it time.
Give it time, but I'm gonna quit it for right now. Just for right now. It's only because of the Bills. The Bills bring that average up to a point where it's just above it. So
yeah, I've been going back and forth on this one ever since I came up with the question. I'm going to hit it just for the fact that the Bills are better than the Cowboys. But I think that the difference between the Bills and Cowboys isn't as big as the difference between the Jets compared to any other team in the NFC East. I think the Giants could match up with the Dolphins. The Eagles could match up with the Dolphins. That could match up with the New England. Like, you put up New England against the Giants right now, you would say that the Patriots are the favorite, but it's a lot closer than you would think. So I think that the 3 teams, football team, the Giants, and the Eagles, are so much more balanced compared to the rest of that division, while the Cowboys are the clear team of that division. So it's close. And like Jason said, he brought up a good point. That AFC South is a lot worse. It is the worst football.
He's absolutely right about that one.
No, that's 100%, but we're
yeah.
not asking that question.
I want.
We
Well, no,
all
I
agree.
want. Well, no, I created this one because of all the talking heads who are still saying the NFC East is the worst division in football, and I was trying to find a division that is worse, and actually I just found 2. So yeah.
All right, my turn.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Okay, so really quick question, Ben. Did you think that you were gonna get away with it? Because there was 2 opportunities. I think you were shaking your boots twice because there was the softball segment, and there was the get off my lawn hijack there.
All right. Yep. I thought for sure.
Yeah, you thought you were
I thought
good.
for sure I was in the
You
clear.
shook a
but
little bit,
this is
but
fucking
Cahoon
bullshit.
hasn't heard this story yet, so I figured perfect time to bring it up. But I promise you, Ben, this will be the last time that it gets brought up, at least for me. The last time I will bring it up. If I screw up, I apologize in advance. I'll make sure to apologize again. But anyways, so Cahoon, let me lay down the story to you a little bit. So basically, Ben joined our Friday night team for fall. Okay, he joined the team. Which means he's on the roster. He's paying for a spot on the team, right? I mean, well, he hasn't paid me yet, but he's going to pay me for it. But anyways,
funds are tight, bro.
so Ben, said I'm missing this game and this game because I got vacation plans. Good, he deserves a vacation, so good for him. But then he decides last Thursday, the day before our first game, to say, hey, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be able to make our first game tomorrow. I said, okay, no problem. So a few hours later, he says, okay, it's confirmed. I can't play the first game. No problem.
What is up with this goddamn accent?
I know he gets so serious.
Yeah.
When he gets an accent. When he's
I
like,
can't get off over the accent. What accent is that?
So we still have 10. We still have 10 players, right? Like Ben is our 11th essentially. Hey, shut up. This is my turn.
You gotta
Hey.
listen. You gotta listen to this. You gotta
Anyways, so
listen to
Cohooney. So we still have 10 players without him, right? We have 11 with him. So I tried to get a sub, didn't work out. I'm like, fine, we'll play with 10. It's a new team. Let's let everyone play the whole game. Let's see how it goes, right? Well, anyways, we're getting in the dugout before the game. Alicia's hanging out. She's in the bleachers, and then she goes, Craig, I know why Ben isn't playing tonight. I said, why is that? And she goes, because he's in the other dugout playing for the other team. Yeah, which is Haley's team, which, you know, good friend of our team, you know, where my pitch is at, teammate Haley. And let me remind you, and I said not remind you, let me inform you that this team without Ben had 7 guys already. So Ben was their 8th man.
which I was to clarify, I was unaware of that.
So
going into it, I didn't know.
So basically, it comes out that Ben intentionally did this because he wanted to play against us, but he does it when he's officially on our team, on the roster, paying to play on our team. So my question to all of you, especially you, can because you're new to it, not fair, foul. Hit or quit it. It was absolutely foul of Ben to do that.
Am I supposed to be starting?
You could start.
Yeah, that was foul, dude.
Great.
Jason.
Of course it was foul. Dude, you're actually paying money to play against yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're stupid.
Which, I mean, like, think of it. Like, let me help Ben out a little bit. We're playing against, Haley's team, and it's no offense to Haley's team. They're a little older team. They struggle out there a little bit. It's just a level of competition, right? We won the game, so that's whatever. But the thing is, think of it this way: if we lose that game, right? Let's say Ben has a part in us losing that game. We miss playoffs because we didn't win that game.
Playoffs?
Yeah. So think of it that way.
Playoffs?
But anyways, so we got 2 fouls. Ben, you have a chance to save yourself if you'd like here.
Okay. Are you
quitting it? Do you think it's fair?
Chill the fuck out. So I say, yeah, there was a little foul play involved.
Little foul play.
To be fair, to add a little backstory,
That's what she said.
Haley and I were in cahoots about this last season, trying to get me onto their team to play against them because they played against them so many times. It didn't work out. My hockey schedule was a little too chaotic, but when, of course, the first game of the season is against them, and we couldn't pass up the opportunity because it's early in the season. There's plenty of time to recover. Haley and I knew going into it, we're not going to beat you guys. We knew. They had me at third base, for Christ's sakes. Like, Jesus.
God bless them.
Yeah, so it was all fun and games. There was no harm in the intent. If this was Hayward, totally different. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you couldn't have got away with it.
Exactly. I couldn't have gotten away with it. But because it's Fremont and they're so lackadaisical, I make up my own words. I was like, you know what? Let's have some fun. I want to play against Craig. I've never played against Craig in softball. I've never played against a lot of these people in softball. I want to have some fun with it. Let's just do it for shits and giggles. And again, going into it, I was totally unaware that I was going to be the 8th man. Had I known that, I would have been like, no, I'll be over there. I was unaware of that, and so that kind of sucked. But it was still fun because there was that friendly rivalry. And again, I hit I can't say bomb, but to me it was a bomb to left field. And who caught it but Craig? And Craig catches it and says, "Take off that fucking jersey." So
yeah, not to mention, that's another thing, Coon. He wore our team jersey.
I really didn't think they were gonna wear the tournament jersey for some weird reason, so that was my bad. But it was still a fun rivalry game just to add a little oomph into it. I do apologize for it.
It's too late for that.
But whatever. So But at the end of the day, it was all fun and games. They still won. You know, it was a good time. It was a good, actually, probably one of the best defensive games both teams have had in a long time, where we really just kind of neutralized each other. So it was actually a really good game. But yeah, no, I was actually really excited to finally play against Craig and some of those people, to just have a good time, just kind of change it up. But let me twist it to you, Craig. So that's foul. But what do you say about Alicia stepping in and subbing in for your team during playoffs to get you to the championship, and then you have to face her team?
I mean, that's not the same, anywhere near the same thing.
That's playoffs. That's playoffs.
Okay, but see, now if Alicia played on our team when we played against her team, yeah, that's not right. Like, obviously she's gonna play for, you know, her actual team in a head-to-head competition, like a head-to-head game. That's not the same level, and I think you know.
I'm just kind of
honestly, that sauce is a little weak, bro. I think you need to come with a little better than that.
Felt like my sauce is pretty solid.
So
Okay, Jay.
Okay. Anyways, I feel like I've said enough of my detail of it. I'm hitting it that it was foul, but I'm over it. It's over and done with. I said this is the last time it'll be talked about. It is going to be the last time it's talked about. So
till the next time we play you guys.
We're done and over it. So, well, okay. Yeah, so when we play them in the regular season finale and we're like need a win to make playoffs.
Oh, I'm in for her team.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. Anything else? Anyone else on the other hitter quit it?
Jason's got one more.
Is there a quick one? Or
Do it.
Okay, fine. Talked about it. Andrew Wiggins, you know, the vaccination thing, whatever. Contrary to what Cohoon said, he hasn't come out and said that he's going to get the vaccination. He has not said that yet. He kind of actually went the opposite way. He said, it's my body, my choice, and my money, and it's up to me.
Yeah, we lost him.
Oh, yep. J audio.
Yeah, your audio literally cut out as you guys said the hitter quit it.
Oh man.
I guess that's a sign that we're not supposed to do that one.
Hey, you know what?
He's looking at porn right now, and so it cut into the audio. Like
my Starbucks internet isn't working really well.
Well, we heard you on that one, so
yeah, we heard the Starbucks internet.
Did you guys hear any of that question?
No,
it literally cut out right as you started the question.
Yeah.
Hit it or quit it. Andrew Wiggins is actually going to sit out games and forfeit paychecks to not get the vaccination.
I'll start.
Oh,
I think I quit it. I think he'll. I mean, yeah. It's. I don't have an opinion either way on the whole of getting it or getting it. That's not what I'm gonna. That's not the approach I'm coming at it. But I just don't see him sitting out games. Like I just think that could cause a whole rift with the whole team too in the locker room. And I listened to a lot today too. Like if the Warriors don't have Wiggins at the start of the year, remember you don't have Clay until maybe Christmas time with Clay recovering. So what else do they have scoring wise outside of Steph if they don't have Wiggins? Probably not much, right? I could see it causing a rift. I just don't think they're going to avoid it. It might come down to the whole, okay, well, got to do it to avoid it. So I just think based on that whole thing, I'm quitting it. I think, yeah, he won't. I don't think he's going to sit down any games and miss pay.
Yeah, I'm quitting it as well. I just can't see it happening. Like, just he'll go get it so that he can play because he's not going to surrender $30,000 just to not get vaccinated. I just can't see it. It's just really difficult for someone who's going to make $30,000 a year to see someone who's going to do that. Like it's no.
I will hit it that he will miss pay because he'll get vaccinated after maybe their first road trip. And then I think there will be a rift in the locker room from that. So I think that he'll miss pay at the beginning, but then get it and then wait the time and then go and then be on with the team for the rest of the way.
I'm going to quit it. I don't know if you guys saw it as well, that if you're not vaxxed, not to get into the vax or not vax, but NBA protocol says now that you've got to basically shield yourself from the locker room, hotel stays, the whole bit. You're on an island. Like you can't even eat with the team. So yeah, I think causing a rift in the team. I think Steph Curry's already kind of come out. If you read his body language, he's not happy about it, but he's a teammate, so he's going to support it. I think sooner or later he's going to get the vaccination. Like Ben said, Brown brought up a good point. Sooner or later, yeah, maybe it is after the first road trip he finally gets it, but I think sooner or later he's going to get it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, and all he needs to do is get one test too. He doesn't have to get both to like be able to play. As long as
just the first part.
As long as
As long
he's
as he
taking
started
one, as long as
shit.
he's starting it, he's good.
Okay.
No, in the city of San Francisco, you have to be fully vaccinated before you
The NBA. Well, I heard today that the NBA protocol, and all the mandates, it's saying that
It's a
as
city.
long as that the city will allow him to play as long as he's vaccinated has one shot.
I'll just tell him to get the Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, just get
suck
the
it up.
goddamn J&J.
Got it.
That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes another week of Hit It or Quit It for this week. All right. As we are getting ready to put a bow on this episode, kiss it goodnight, we have some shout outs we get to. It's something we always do at the end of our show. We shout out our friends, some businesses. It kind of goes all over the place. We've had Crown Royal got in there. Anything that really comes to Ben's mind, really, at the time,
Pretty much.
right at the last minute. So, but yeah, it's something we always like to do right before we say goodbye. So, boys, anything you want to shout out here?
Go ahead, guys.
Cahoon?
Anyone?
Nope.
I don't have any ones for this week.
All right. Well,
Ben?
It's been a slow week for me, at least.
I'm gonna first off got a couple here. Shout out to the Ravens for winning that game off
That's
of
Tucker?
Tucker for getting a league record, 66 field goal made. That was pretty solid.
He seems super into it too.
So, I mean, he can still suck it, but
Wow.
it was cool that he made a record. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure the person who probably had it at 65 or something is probably Janikowski or something.
The funniest part is the guy who had it is Prater, who attempted a 68-yard field goal earlier
really?
that day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's
Well,
Prater
my money would have
60
been on Janikowski, but I mean,
Janikowski had a 63-yarder. Prater had 64.
oh shit. Well, still a lot of respect to that. I know it's not easy to kick a football in that way. Shout out to the Lions though for putting up a good battle and going 0-3. Pretty solid. But then also shout out to the NHL for preseason starting up. I know that people are probably wondering why we haven't started. It's preseason, a lot of random names in there, not really worth our time. We're gonna wait until the regular season, and then we'll start getting into it. Got Corey Perry in Tampa Bay.
Doesn't kick off 2 Wednesdays, right?
It's 2 weeks. It'll be like the 14th, I think, of October.
Yeah.
So, Corey Perry's in Tampa. Just
No one cares.
Chaos in San Jose with everyone going, who's going to stay and go. The Ducks, I'm looking for them to have a promising season this year with a lot of young guns. So shout out to them for a good year. Hey, Comtois is pretty solid, dude. But at the end of the day, I'm just excited for hockey to finally be back. It'll be on ESPN, so probably got to pay for that stupid membership, but whatever. And just having a good time. So let's go. Let's do it.
So we finally got a segment that Ben can be better than us. And again,
boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Interesting. Jay,
Go ahead, Craig.
want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I want to shout out. I just can't wait. I'm sure Ben's gonna at least give me shit for it. But anyways, I do actually want to shout out my beard products that I actually use. I've never done it on here. Yep, there it is. So it's a little guy. It's called Badass Beard Care. I brought the oil and the balm just to give you what it looks like. It's a special one right here. It's called the Outlaw. It's actually my favorite one. It's got black pepper in there, vanilla, and sweet tobacco, which, by the way, it smells crazy good. So it's great stuff. They're actually, I think they're located, I'm trying to think of kind of like out in Rockland area, But one thing that just stands out about them too is their customer service team is also like spectacular. They're always really quick to messages. I've had beard combs that I have dropped and flat out broke, and they have straight up sent me new ones free of charge. And they've always been super friendly with me, and their products are just top notch. So they got tons of different scents. And if you have a beard, or maybe you have a significant other who has a beard that maybe the beard's weird and you want to give them some product, if you check out their website over at badassbeardcare.com, you can do anything from little samplers. You get the little scent, you get to try out all the different scents, and they can get a feel of exactly which ones that they like. There's certain ones you like, certain ones they don't. They have really cool ones that are in season, depending on the season. One of my favorites is the one in the summertime. It's the soda jerk. It is flat out root beer. Smells great. Love that one. They also have one, if you're a big craft beer fan, they have the Brewmaster that they have during the springtime. It is craft beer. So a lot of cool things. They got gear there. They have crazy cool stickers they come out with at the first of the month all the time. And just shout out to them. I've been using their products for, I don't know, a couple of years now, and I wouldn't go anywhere else. They're top notch. So shout out to them. Love everything that they do. Yeah, great stuff from them for sure.
Cool.
Jason, you got anything, or are you good?
I got a
He's
couple.
gonna shout out just for men.
Wow.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I can't wait. Actually, I can't wait till I'm 40. Just want to shout out my favorite boxer, Manny Pacquiao, retired last night. Hell of a career, hell of exciting fights. Just a really fun to watch. And yeah, he's running for president in the Philippines. Sounds like he's probably going to win, but if he doesn't, he may come back to the boxing ring. But for now, he announced his retirement. Also want to shout out Craig, finally getting around to watching Top Gun this weekend.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, don't shout that shit out.
What
yet.
if I
He
don't
hasn't
go?
done
Now?
it.
What if I don't go?
Then you're never mind.
Oh,
Bitch.
But yeah, no, it should be fun, and he's gonna shit on the movie already, but it's
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
He's gonna hate it right off the bat. He's gonna be like,
Yeah.
no, this is stupid.
opening credits, he's gonna be like, I'm done with this. I'm over it. Yeah.
Is this a movie, or like is this gonna start anytime
If
soon?
y'all are smart, y'all will make sure I drink a handful of White Claws before we even get the movie started, and
There you go.
we're locked and loaded, baby.
Just take him in the bathroom real quick, and he'll be good.
Oh,
regret
I don't think so, Jim.
Danger zone.
This is a karaoke, John.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but
Ha! All right, we're
boys,
looking
anything
locked and
else?
loaded.
Does that cover it all for this evening? All
That's
right.
about it.
Well, that's about it for us. We do want to thank you very, very much for tuning in and listening. As always, if you're a first-time listener, we really appreciate you guys giving a check out. We hope you will check us out more. And something I haven't really done yet, but just kind of giving you, I've put it up on the socials whenever something, just give you an idea of the content we have going right now. With football going on, we have a lot of different things. On Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I will throw it out there both nights. Cohooney and I do where Cohooney does guessing the spread. We go through each of the games. He hasn't seen them yet. He guesses the spread for each game. We do a point system based on how well he guesses them out. And just to give you a little teaser, you might want to check out week 4. Kind of interesting how that one played out. And also, we have our big main show we come out with on Thursdays. We did record this one a day early. It's on Wednesdays, but this one will actually be released tomorrow. So it'll still be on its normal day. And then also Saturdays, it's pre-recorded, but we do release Saturdays. We have our head-to-head. It's a lot of head, as Ben would say, our matchup where we all go through every game of through the NFL schedule. We pick our winners in each game. We're tallying up in the standings. And at the end of the season, whoever's in the last place is going to be paying a pricey debt, whether it's, money or something embarrassing, hopefully more embarrassing than anything.
Probably something more embarrassing.
Yeah. But anyways, got tons of content, coming, throughout the week on our over at our YouTube channel, which, by the way, YouTube channel, Sports Bets, but Mostly Chaos Podcast. Make sure you subscribe there, like, comment on the videos. We'd love to hear from you. And also, if you're on social media, because we all are, right? If you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, give us a follow. It's at SBBMC_pod, POD. Make sure to give us a follow there. DM us there. Anything you guys want, maybe you like of the show. Same thing with the channel. If there's anything you like about the show, anything you don't like, we're here for all of it. So we'd love
And
to hear from
viewers,
you.
stop with the messages in regards to getting Cohoon off the show. We can't do that. It's a 4-man crew. We love him. He's here to stay. So I apologize for the viewers that have been messaging us.
Wow.
Legalities, legal issues. We can't.
We understand you don't like
Oh.
Cowboy fans, but it's part of the raft.
Roast
Draft.
And then also, can we stop with the petition to mute Ben?
Oh, easy. Easy. I will sign it right now. So all right, boys. Well, hey, you know what? Great show tonight. Good times, good laughs. Ben, enjoy your vacation you have coming up in the next few days.
Yes,
And
sir.
we'll see the Mormons.
Hell
See you on the
yeah.
other side,
But
so-
yeah, no, I gotta go make a baby first here.
Oh my god. Why would you? Oh. You hit the daily double. It's the Cohooney double.
Twins. It's twins, baby.
Jesus Christ. All right, we're out. Everyone, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And you'll hear from us very, very soon.
Oh,
Have a good night,
man.
everybody.
Holy one!
You just ruined the drop. Kidding me.